So welcome back, or in continuation with a series that we are doing, the state of the major sectors at the time of independence, and we have finished. Today we're going to do the occupational structure, and what we finished is we've talked about the agricultural sector, we talked about the industrial sector, we talked about the foreign trade sector, and we also talked about the infrastructure. And in between, I remember I have mentioned the entire thing about the demographic profile of India, which was so dismal. And today we're going to do the occupational structure. So which means that how much did the different sectors, so what are the sectors? It's like primary, secondary and tertiary. People engaged in these sectors, who've taken up occupation in these sectors, who work, the workforce in these sectors. So here we go, please look at this. So this is what we're going to do right now. So talking about the occupational structure, what does it mean? It means the distribution of the workforce among different sectors of the economy. And this is like, as you can see the predominance of the primary sector. And we have the agriculture sector accounted for the largest share of workforce, which was as high as 72% in 1951. That's the data that we have been studying and we have been given. And the manufacturing sector was 10% and the services sector was 18%. And in the occupational structure also there was a little change. Of course, there is little sign of change, but there is some change. For example, we've taken up the regional disparity. So there, in between India itself, the state of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, West Bengal, the dependency ratio of the workforce on agricultural sector actually declined. You can see that coming down. And on the other hand, this ratio, that means the ratio depending on the agricultural sector increased in states of Orissa, Rajasthan, Punjab during the same time period. But what was the reason? Can you just point out, or can you just think? Yes, I'm sure you guessed it. It was the decline of handicrafts. Because of this, more and more people were made to depend on agriculture. And again, we can see this. Some data which is given. In the year 1891, it was 60%. By year 1901, it came up to 70%. That means share of agriculture in labor force. And in the year 1951, it went on to 72%. So it was like it was absorbing the unemployed labor force from the handicrafts, who were, because of the decay of handicrafts, people fell back on the agricultural land. So based on this, you can just see for yourself that any developing country, as the country develops, the dependency on agriculture starts coming down. But during independence, we saw that it was actually increasing. So one more thing I would like to tell you is that when you ask yourself a few questions based on whatever video you're watching and revisit it, and you will get your small answers, or your queries will be answered.